At the time of this incident, we did not see any individual be stabbed or get stabbed within this vicinity. And you can see our overlook gives us a pretty good access. I mean, we would have been able to get a sense of where, where something like that could have happened. It certainly would have triggered a response from the Israeli police. Now, keep in mind, here's where the checkpoint is. Israeli police, according to local Israeli media, suggest that this individual attempted to stab one of the Israeli police individuals that was here. We didn't see any Israeli police officials being treated on the scene. We haven't seen anyone since taken away. We haven't seen anyone here injured among the Israeli police. That is important to make that distinction.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this creep is at it again. Welcome to Give Me Five. Yesterday we documented the media bias in the coverage of the latest Palestinian terror attacks inside Israel. And here we go again. It's MSNBC once again, and it's MSNBC's Ayman Moyeldin once again. Let me tell you about his past. In the past, he's previously been scrutinized for criticizing the United States for not recognizing the terrorist group Hamas. Yeah, he has also said that Israel should, quote, be able to rein in, the U.S. should be able to rein in Israel in terms of some of the actions it takes on the ground. He also called Chris Kyle, the American sniper, he ripped his racist tendencies. Okay? This is the creep and the kind of journalist that MSNBC employs and continues to employ, because it's who they are. Now, here he is casting doubt on the legitimacy of Israel shooting a Palestinian terrorist with a knife. Well, I didn't see any Israeli soldiers threatened. I didn't see anybody hurt. There were no ambulances. Nobody was on the ground hurt. Well, I don't know why they shot this guy. Here's more.
What we can say is the individual who came across the corner, and once he came across the corner became directly in my line of sight, did not heed the calls by the police to stop, and ultimately was shot further down. The point that you made, and obviously picked up by a lot of the local media here, the individual was dressed in camouflage. I can tell you he was a male. Can't really tell you a lot more about his age. Certainly didn't look to me, and again, I'm ballparking it here, but definitely did not look to me older than 25 years old. It looked from where I was standing, at least, to be a young man. Did not look to be, particularly armed. And again, that was confirmed by the fact that the police ultimately removed his clothes. They didn't find any explosive devices on him.
A young man. A young man. Did you see that picture there with the knife in his hand? He doesn't know that's on the screen. A young man who didn't look to be particularly armed. Couldn't be more than 25. That's just a Palestinian baby, a 25-year-old terrorist with a knife. But he didn't look particularly armed to this joker. And then he was called out. Watch.
I was trying to keep an eye to see if they were taking anything off of his body, perhaps if they took a gun, if there was a gun that was visible. There was no gun that was visible. And at one point, we can clearly see from where we were lying, from where we were standing, where his body was lying, both of his hands were open, and both of his hands did not have a knife.
All right. Okay. That was the last part. Now, so didn't have a knife, didn't have a gun, just a 25-year-old little Palestinian baby. No Israelis were hurt. Why did they shoot him? The same man who wants the U.S. to recognize Hamas. The same man who wants the U.S. to rein in Israel. The same man who rips Chris Kyle's racist tendencies. And then this.
To the body, so it's very possible.
Yeah, Ayman. Yeah. As a matter of fact, and this is important because, you're covering this story live, and you're seeing it once, and you're actually witnessing it, not knowing what you're seeing until you actually process it. But in the video that we have, that you have, that is, as you say, I don't think anybody else has this video, we can clearly see the man in camouflage t-shirt and pants with what appears to be, at least in his right hand, a knife.
In the video that you have, he says to this Ayman guy, that no one else has? You have it, Ayman? How come Ayman couldn't see the knife that we all saw in his hand? Maybe Ayman wants to be blind. Maybe Ayman has an axe to grind. You think so? U.S. should be forced to recognize Hamas, a terrorist group. They should rein in Israel. Chris Kyle was a racist. You think this man has a prejudice, has an axe to grind? Should this man be reporting on this? Absolutely not. But hey, what's wrong with dead Jews to the media? Absolutely nothing. Huh.